Hey guys, welcome to this video. This wasn't meant to be the video that goes up today or whenever this comes up. I have a podcast that I was working on, which is completely finished, but my laptop decided that it's not going to open that file anymore, so that can't render for a few days before I go to my other setup. I have like 2 or 3 other videos in the editing stage, like one about Game Freak and Pokemon, a few others. This video is important enough that it needs to go before any of that. On top of that, I also have no Wi-Fi at the moment. My Wi-Fi went down again, so it's essentially everything's just going wrong. And this video, we're talking about in this video, isn't exactly an exception, which is great. I need to do this video to talk about COPPA and the new FTC rules that have come in, or are going to come in on January 1st of 2020, which will affect YouTube and YouTubers and content creators a lot more than a lot of people are alluding to. Like, this is a huge problem. This isn't just like a new YouTube update that changes, you know, some symbols or the way monetization looks and all that stuff. No, this is a lot more serious. This isn't a YouTube thing. It affects YouTube hugely, but it's not YouTube's decision, and it's the law. It's kind of serious, and a lot of people need to know about this, and it's kind of disappointing that a lot of channels aren't talking about it. And if I'm honest, this whole situation has been on my brain quite a lot for the past week, I'd say, for the last, the week I've heard about this, because it's scary. And this is my video kind of admitting that and talking about it. The video probably isn't going to be hugely edited, which I'm sorry for. I know that's kind of one of the things I pride myself in as content, but I just kind of want to talk about this because it's a serious thing and a lot of people need to know about it, especially if you're a content creator, who makes money on the site. You definitely need to know about this because it will affect you. Unless something happens and it doesn't go through, or it changes how it goes through, because, this could be a thing like net neutrality, or it could be a thing like all those kinds of things where it looks like it's going to be the death of YouTube and really dangerous, but it does not look like that is what's happening. It looks like this is definitely going to happen, and looks like if it does happen, it's going to fuck over a lot of people, and not even just in terms of views or anything like that. Financially, not just not gaining money, literally losing money. I should probably talk about this, actually go into what I mean now. So if people don't know what I'm on about, which I'm sure will probably be a few of you, because this isn't being covered as much as it should be. I found this out through a tweet. I think I saw Philip DeFranco talk about it, and I watched Chadtronic's video about it yesterday, but at the time it was being recorded. And other than that, no, not really being talked about that much. When something changes to do with monetization, fucking immediately people are talking about it. But this, which is an extreme issue, isn't really being talked about that much. It is being talked about, but not to the extent that it definitely should be. So pretty much COPPA, which stands for the Children's Online Privacy Protection Act, is a US federal law designed to limit the collection and use of personal information about children by the operators of internet services and websites. I just read that from the definition on my phone, so I wouldn't fuck it up. But essentially, there's a new thing coming in to do with COPPA by the FTC, and it's going to smack down on YouTube entirely, very hard, and it's very scary. Pretty much, what I just said there about the privacy and stuff like that on YouTube, the way ads work on YouTube is that they are personalized, or a large amount of them are personalized ads. And the way these personalized ads work is that the YouTube collects cookies, I suppose, or they just see from your watch history and all that kind of stuff what you're interested in. Like if you watch a lot of Ryan's toy reviews, toys. If you watch a lot of gameplay, COD, all that kind of stuff. Jeffree Star, makeup, and all that kind of stuff. So when you watch a video, the ads that come out before it or during it or anything like that will a lot of the time be personalized to you. They will be, like I said, a Call of Duty advert for Call of Duty Mobile if you just watched a video from Jacksepticeye. They will be a video about Grammarly if you've been watching a lot of tutorials about maths and all that kind of stuff on YouTube. And a lot of the revenue, a lot of the revenue that YouTubers make is from these personalized ads. Now, like I said, the way they get these is from looking at watch history and all that kind of stuff, or just gaining information from the site. What COPPA on the FTC has decided is that stuff shouldn't be allowed if a person on the site is under 13 or under 12 or one of those ages. I think it's under 13, which makes sense because of you have to be 13 to have an account on YouTube. Now, what that means is that content directed towards children, such as, toy reviews, well, I'll go more into it in a minute, but, content that is directed towards children or seen as directed towards children, something that kids might watch, now have to be or will have to be by January 2020 and will be classed by the uploader or by the algorithm, but preferably by the uploader. I'll get more into that in a minute. If it is, yes, made for kids, if it is not made for kids. All right, like I said, kid in this situation is below 12, below 13 at a push. Here's where the issue comes in, right? Where the multiple issues come in. If a video is classed as for kids, you will make between 60 to 90% less ad revenue on that video. Now, that sounds terrible, and that fucking is, but that is not the only thing that's wrong with this, okay? So this affects people who make money on the site, who make a living off the site, and this will affect every single video from the backlog, from going forward, all this kind of stuff. Like I said, you will make 60 to 90% less ad revenue because a variety, or the majority, using the wrong words, the majority of ad revenue on the site comes from personalized advertisements. So what ticking it for children means is that when you tick that box, personalized ads, they're not going to be on that video because it is now illegal, or has been illegal, but is being really strictly, taken seriously now. That the way personalized ads work by taking the watch history and the cookies and all that kind of stuff from kids, because they are kids, or at least it's directed towards kids, the viewer is a kid, that's not allowed. So if a kid watches YouTube and YouTube goes, oh, okay, so you like gaming, so we're going to advertise games to you. Not allowed. Not allowed. That is against the rules, that is against the law, that's against the US law, because it's children's privacy, and so personalized ads will not run on those videos. Now that's bad enough as it is, okay? I feel like I've explained that well, badly, I don't know. That's bad enough as it is, right? However, it's more shit. It's a lot more shit than that. I'll get the list up real quick of what else this means, but it's pretty fucking bad. Like, it's not just money. It's a lot more than that. The other things that will change for videos that are marked for kids is that the video will have no notifications. So if an upload is, directed towards kids, and you tick that box, it doesn't matter if the subscriber of your channel has the notification bell on, and for all notifications, doesn't matter. That will not be notified to your viewer. That just won't happen. There'll be no comments, so you can't get feedback from the viewers. You can't have discussions. You can't do all this kind of stuff. There'll be no comments allowed. Just won't be there. Video will not be searchable. So it doesn't matter if you type in glitch gameplays, the exact title. If it's marked for kids for the algorithm, or if you decide to mark it by kids, it will not be found. It just full on will not be found. It will also not be suggested or recommended. So this means pretty much no one can find the video unless they're on your channel. And like I said, we'll make up to 90% less revenue. And that will happen for new videos, old videos, all of them. They might be wondering, what does being marked for kids mean? What exactly does that mean? If I made this content, and it's not specifically for kids, but it could be seen as for kids, just tick it's not for kids, right? No, this is where the bullshittery comes into play. I'm going to put on the screen now some shit that the FTC is putting out for what being for kids means. But essentially, it doesn't matter if you personally have gone out of your way to make that video for children, or if it could just be considered by someone else as being towards children. It doesn't matter. You will get affected by this. If it falls underneath any of these vague as fuck outlines, if, I don't remember exactly what they are, but if it's you don't swear in the video, if it's nice and colourful, if I had, some, I've got South Park toys behind there, but if these toys were actual kids' toys, and then I didn't swear in the video, even if I didn't make that video for kids, there is a very strong, likelihood that this video will be marked for kids. I'm wearing rainbow right now, bright colours, that could be seen as marked for kids, right? It's fucking stupid. You might be hearing this and be like, oh, he's just being dramatic. No. This is serious. That is genuinely how vague these outlines have been told to us. It could be more specific behind the scenes. They could have more specific, things they're looking for. But as far as we've been told, as far as the public has been told, what guided towards kids means, we have to just take it. We can't afford just to think, oh, I'll be fine. No, it's very fucking serious. And you might thinking, okay then, well, all that shit that comes with being marking a video for kids, just mark it not for kids, right? That's fine, just get away with it. However, this isn't a YouTube rule. If this was a YouTube rule and it was just, if this was a thing of, oh, I'll just trust the creator. This is a YouTube rule. We'll trust the creators, and then people are gonna obviously try and fuck around with the settings and be like, oh, we'll get under the radar. No, because this isn't a YouTube rule. Not even a rule. It's a law. So people who were looking at these things are not a part of YouTube. They are not a part of online culture. They do not understand. All they care about is that you are following the extremely vague rules. So if you decide, fuck it, I'm just going to mark this as for adults. It could be scenes for kids, but fuck it, I'm just going to mark it as not for kids. And then they see that and decide, no, you're wrong, you're lying. You're going to get a 42 grand fine. There's a very strong likelihood you're going to get a 42 grand fine for each video. I should mention that because it is for each video. Your series is fucked now. I don't know if I'm safe for now because I'm in the UK and my channel isn't monetized. This is extremely scary, and it doesn't matter if I'm safe. I don't care. This is still fucked, and this is still affects a lot of people. It can destroy the site. People don't understand how severe this is. Like I said, the rules and the outlines of what is child friendly and what isn't is dumb. I talked about this in the podcast with Harry recently that I said haven't gone up yet. We were talking about the fact that I have old gaming videos on my channel where I am 13, because one of the things on there is if you have child performers. That's not exactly what I am, but fuck, there you go. And I don't swear in those videos, and I'm playing a game like Undertale, PewDiePie Legend of the Brofist. Would that be marked? Looking at the research I've done recently, more since I've recorded that podcast, very likely that would be marked as for kids. Which means, like I said, no comments, won't be recommended, won't be able to be searched. Essentially, the video's dead. What is the point of uploading to the site if no one sees it? And even if there's people who do see it, they can't give comments, they can't, have any kind of interaction with the video other than on external sites like Twitter and stuff. But this is... What's the point? And like I said, you can't even be like, oh, I won't mark it then, because if you do, you're very, very much in the risk of getting fined something which is an extreme amount for each video. And this is just not fair. YouTube's been fined by these people a lot, millions. God, I think it's 117 million or something. Maybe I'm wrong, but I think it's a lot though. But now it's the creator's term, because it's just their term. They just have to suffer for it. They just have to follow the laws, and it doesn't matter how strict the law is, how stupid the law is. They just have to follow it, because it's not like YouTube demonetization for being, too sweary or too inappropriate, and we can just go, hopefully that'll get by. No, this is, you just have to follow it. There's nothing of, if I don't follow it, then my channel will take a bit of a hit. No, this is just... It's just horrible. And if I'm honest, I'm kind of scared. I'm going to be honest here. I don't know what the future of the site's going to be, because this could really affect the website. I don't know if I've explained the severity of the situation, well enough in this video. But it's fucked. And it's really scary, if I'm honest. I've been doing YouTube for 5 years, and, with the hope of it being a career, eventually. And I know it's unlikely, but I've had it in my mind recently, especially, that it will happen, because I'm not going to give up until it does happen, and I'm going to get to that extent. But things keep coming in the way and stopping it and making it harder. And this is the biggest thing that's happened that's changed that. And it isn't even the thing of, I won't get paid, or I won't have this as a career. This could cripple the site, period. This hobby I have, and this hobby that a lot of people have, and this thing that I love doing and that I've been doing for years, it could be gone this time next year, because by how severe these rules are and by how severe these laws are, it could fucking ruin everything. And that's really scary, you know. I love making content, and as pathetic as this might sound, like, without my YouTube channel, I'm nothing, really. Like, this has become such a huge part of me, and such a huge part of my life, that I put so much of me into it. And so the fact that this is looming closer, which could be the end of the site, is terrifying. And I don't know. I don't know. I think that's just the basic thing. Nobody knows what to really do. You know, I've treated my YouTube channel like, you know, a close friend to laugh with. I've been wanting you to come for a while, but not like that. That sounded terrible. You know, a family member. Goodbye song. Kind of a weird choice. My boy Elton. A therapist. It's so much more than just making videos. It's my life. I've never put so much time and energy into something and enjoyed it this much. And the idea that it could be taken and fucked like this so quickly when we have no control is really scary for me. Like I said, I might be safe because I'm in the UK, but how long until it hits us? And even if the UK is fine, that doesn't make anything better if America is fucking ruined this bad. I don't know, man. You might be thinking, is there any way to stop this? To stop whatever? Kinda? I honestly don't know. I have some links here. The FTC has a thing open on their site to talk about and tell people that it's too strict. Civilly, by the way, do it civilly. If we go there and start being like, oi, you fucking asshole, then nothing's gonna get done, because they're just gonna think that we're dumb and inappropriate and immature, and nothing's gonna get done. I think that's open to the 8th. So I'm gonna leave all the links in the description for this. I'm just taking it from the Chadtronic description, if I'm honest. There's a petition on change.org, but I mean, it's a petition? It isn't really gonna do anything. I'll link the full FTC conference in the description if you want to go see that as well. I don't really know what to say now. I guess I'll end the video. This needs to be talked about more. And as much as, you know, we usually blame YouTube for everything, I don't think this is YouTube's fault. You know, they could have done a lot of things better. They've definitely fucked up in a lot of ways. It feels like the final boss, you know, all the shit that we've been through with YouTube, with the apocalypses, with ElsaGate, with Matt Watson, all these things. It's the end game. I'm really hoping this ends up something like how net neutrality worked out, where it was a big scaremonger for nothing. Hopefully everything works out. Spread the word as much as you can. And I guess thanks for listening to me getting too emotional about my YouTube channel. I don't want to see this platform die. It's so much more than just a website at this point. And this can't be how we let it go. This will not be how YouTube goes down. And we are going to make sure of that.